American Airlines told employees who recently got furlough notices, forget about those. That's because the American Rescue Plan, the COVID relief bill, includes an extension to a payroll program first passed a year ago. Now it's extended through the end of September. That's another $15 billion to support workers in the airline industry. To take a closer look at this tonight, let's bring in Sara Nelson, president of the Association of Flight Attendants. She has played an instrumental role in securing aid for the airlines. Sara, thanks for joining us again. You have played hardball, frankly, throughout the pandemic, and even before that. Are you satisfied with the Biden relief bill in the end?
Well, look, I think the Biden relief bill is a reset of the entire economy. I mean, this is about saying that trickle-down economics are dead, and we're going to build the economy from the ground up. This has, of course, the Workers First Relief Plan that we fought for and achieved last March in the CARES Act. But, you know, we were only 1.25% of the entire CARES Act. It was the Payroll Support Program for aviation workers that funneled money directly to workers' paychecks and our benefits. It could only be spent on that. So this was truly workers first. And I think that the Biden relief plan really took that concept and put it everywhere. I mean, we're cutting child poverty in half, for goodness sakes. This is a really good start to Biden's Build Back Better plan.
I see you smiling, but then I heard you say this is a good start. Is this the final ask? Are you going to come back with your hand out again? That's my question.
Well, look, for the aviation workers, I think that what this does is this gets us through the time period of the pandemic where we can get the pandemic under control and demand can start to return so that we're not in a position of seeing mass furloughs. By September 30th, when this program ends, we believe that both the ranks of the flight attendants and other aviation workers will be slimmed down a little bit and demand will be back up, or we'll meet in the middle and we'll be able to move forward because enough people will have been vaccinated. We'll be starting to open up the economy. We'll be working on rebuilding that trust throughout the rest of the world and start international flying again, and things will start to get back to normal at that point in time.
American Airlines told 13,000 workers, I think it was, tear up your furlough notice. Actually, this is going to get you back in the workforce, flying again. How many jobs will be saved by this? And in the end, how many jobs are just going to be lost? They're not coming back.
This is saving immediately 50,000 jobs right now, but it's more than just the furloughs. There were a lot of people who were choosing to go on an unpaid leave to save their health care. So this is well over 100,000 people who were going without a paycheck and really struggling in an industry that, frankly, is struggling too. We're back at about 50% demand, but only about 25% of the revenue, no business travel. And so while this is focused on the workers, what this is also doing is setting a narrative that we're not going to pay for this on the other side of this.
Other industries, I do not need to tell you, Sara, have been kind of upset, saying the airlines have gotten too much, saying they have strong lobbyists, they have strong union leaders. Do you think in the end you took too much of the pie?
Absolutely not. You know, I think it's very interesting because the only reason that we got what we got is because we're 80% density of union in the airline industry. And I want to be really clear.
Meaning
a lot
what?
of people don't understand. Well, 80% of the workers on the front lines have a union and have a union contract. And so we've got a lot of power there. And what that meant was that last March, when the executives wanted to get a handout from the government, the chairman of the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee said, I'm not talking to you until you talk to labor. And they had to come to our plan.
Final question here. It's a popular question. I know you're all about safety, but I got to ask on behalf of those flying in the seats, when can we take the mask off?
Well, we're going to take the mask off when CDC says it's okay to take the mask off. Let's be really clear. In the airplane cabin, there's no way to properly socially distance. So for the meantime, the best way to remain safe, whether you have been vaccinated or not, in that situation is to keep that mask on.
Sara Nelson, president of the Association of Flight Attendants, a key player throughout this pandemic. Sara, thank you.
Thank you.